So when you're making your garnishing tray, like I said, you start with a cantaloupe or a melon, take the food decorator, which is right on the bottom of your mandolin, and then just simply intersect your cuts all the way around. So while you're doing your demo, you can tell them make a V, make a W, make a V, make a W. It's like driving a VW over a fruit. But see what I'm doing here? So this is going to be like the main focal point and the centerpiece of our beauty tray. And now once you've gone to the other side, watch, simply take it off like that. Then remove the excess seeds, and then we're going to put the tomato in next. So next, we've completed the cantaloupe, and now, obviously, none of these are even on the bottom, so you don't want it to wobble on you. So then, just make a little cut in the bottom like this, so now it sits flat on the bowl. So next, to make this look really awesome, you add either the beefsteak tomato or the purple onion. I prefer the purple onion, and we're going to show you what that looks like in there next. So now that the onion is perfectly peeled all the way around, we're just going to repeat the same process again. So you're making the V, you're making the W, you're making the V, you're making the W, and the whole idea behind this is you blend different fruits and veggies together, all using the same tool, so you're showing the customer just how simple it is to do. Now, I'm going to take this part of the onion. Now this can still be utilized on the tray as a beauty piece, but the tomato or the kiwi fruit is going to fit nicely in there and just make a fantastic presentation. So in this particular situation, I feel like the kiwi fruit is the perfect match. So now I'm just going to do, again, the same thing with the kiwi fruit, and wait till you see how this all comes together just like that. So now I put the kiwi fruit in the center, and that's enough to get anyone's attention. So far, I hope you get the idea, because all of this is so easy. Now, look down here what we did. I basically have one of everything that the peeler does. So we have the two types of cabbage, we have the zucchini, and we have the carrots. And then as we fill up the rest of the tray, we're going to do slices with carrots. I think some cucumbers would really look nice here. So next I'm going to do some beets. So now that your display tray is done, half the battle is over. And look how nice it looks. And again, this is going to be something that draws the customers to you. So when you're buying your vegetables, there's a few things that are important to remember. Potatoes are always affordable. People want to see them. Just so you know, that's a don't, that's a do. You have to make sure that everything fits right inside of the mandolin. Now that doesn't mean you can't use these, but then cut them in half and then use them that way. This is going to save you a lot of time and headache. Cucumber, same thing. That's a do, that's a don't. Again, when it fits right over the mandolin, everything looks professional and smooth when you're doing it. Even if you have to bring the mandolin to the store with you the first time you do it, very important for anything that you're slicing, or even if you go to do your hash brown potatoes. See how that's wide? It's not going to look the same even though it works, whereas if you have it like this, where it just fits inside, everything runs smooth. But either way, never forget, the customer never knows, only you know. So never let them know if you do make a mistake. So now that we showed you what type of veggies to buy and how to buy them, just make sure it fits in the blade. Another thing that's going to make your job a lot easier is we use a lot of butternut squash. People know that it's hard to peel, so we score the top of the butternut. This way, when the customer does it, they have a starting point. So if they start up here, it's a lot easier than if they start up here. And if it's done already, it alleviates a lot of questions and makes your job so much easier. Now the other thing also, when you're doing the pineapple, to prep it, but have that first cut done, and then this way when the customer does it, it's a lot easier. You got a starting point. Also with the pineapple, again, I sometimes do this during my demo, but if it's busy, I score the top of the pineapple as well. Because again, they have a perfect starting point to do it, and you can always explain to them why you do that as well. Another good idea, if you're using corn, it's something I don't do all the time, but if it's cheap and the right price, peel the ears of corn as well. Have those pre-done. It's even nice inside of your display to actually have one, like you see how we have this laid out here, where you have a cob of corn that's peeled and kind of shucked, and you kind of stick that in the corner too. And now that you have your display tray set up, customers are more than likely going to come up to you. I normally address them with something a little different. You know, instead of the typical, have you seen how it works? I like to tell them, if they even look at my sign, I tell them, this little tool does all of that. That's one great thing. This little tool fits in your drawer. It's non-engaging, and then I just basically start after that. But you can also say new from Europe. People love the fact that it's made in Germany. So this is a peeler. It has a blade on each end. It's got a dual blade. So when you peel with it, the blade goes both ways, back and forth when you're peeling. Now here, give that a try, ma'am. Go ahead. So, now the customer's peeling. Isn't that easy? Sure it is, but let me show you something that's a little harder to peel. This is a butternut squash. Now, everyone knows how thick the skin is. Go ahead, try it. Look how easy that is. Now I'm going to show you a few things that this will do that a regular peeler doesn't do, because everyone knows how to peel, right? So this will do tomatoes. This will also do kiwi fruits or mangoes as well. These are things you normally use with a knife, okay? There it is on the kiwi fruit. Now it comes with a mandolin. So I place it inside of the mandolin like so, okay? And now the world's fastest peeler is the world's fastest slicer. So if it peels both ways, then it'll slice both ways. Now the number one reason that people use this in Europe is for slaw. Now it's made, the blades are made in Germany, and they come from Europe, so it should come as no surprise that it does a great job on slaw. Now if you're doing a stir fry, you can freehand that as well, and that works out really nice. Also, you can finish that entire salad right over your bowl. So if I wanted to add carrots or cucumbers to my salad, that's done. Now in America, big thing right now is our veggie pasta blade. So there's your veggie pasta. Common sense will tell you it does a great job on carrots, and I couldn't do a peeler demo without showing you the potato. So there's your hash browns, your julienne fries, just like that. Now they're $20 in American funds. They do come from Europe, and there's a lifetime replacement on the blade. When I tell you this blade never gets dull, it never, ever, ever gets dull. Now, it comes with a few things that are really nice. Number one, you have a citrus blade right here. That's for citrus. There's your zesting. So you could do a nice fine zest with that as well. Or if you're cooking a dish at home, use it right over the mandolin, and you get a great job with that too as well. Now, also on the bottom, here is your food decorator. Now, you see the fancy designs I made here? We got a video online. Visit our website for that. Very detailed instructions, but I'll show you real quick. Just make a V, make a W, make a V, make a W. It's kind of like driving a VW over a tomato, only you get something pretty, just like that. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you, this is something we do special. If you decide to purchase one today, this is worth the price of admission alone. This is our finger guard. Now, normally you would use this when you get down to the end of your slice. So if you're slicing, don't get greedy. Take the veggie, place it inside of the finger guard, even slices all the way down to the end. Now, here's something a customer showed me that absolutely amazed me. you can actually take 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, 2 or 3 small radishes, which you can't do with those big machines, all the way to the end. There's your end piece, you're done. So the complete set's $20. If you get it now, I include the finger guard. Like I said, we got a video online, heartpeeler.com, that shows you how to do all the slicing, peeling, and garnishing.